everyone, welcome back and welcome to part 4 of my eyeshadow palette collection. This particular video is going to be all of my Revolution Beauty, Makeup Revolution, I Heart Revolution, all that brand, kind of whatever name they're going by. That's what this video is, and that's what I'm showing you here now. I do have 3 other videos part of this collection that I will leave linked in the description box below, as well as in the cards are right here. Video 1 was all of my pricier palettes. Video number 2 was palettes that kind of didn't fall into a category. They weren't necessarily pricey, but they weren't necessarily drugstore, although some of them might have been drugstore and cheaper. They just kind of all went in there as a mishmash. Video number 3 was all of the palettes that I have purchased off eBay, AliExpress, or Amazon. And again, this is video number 4, which is Makeup Revolution, Revolution Beauty, I Heart Makeup, all that under that umbrella. Okay, so these are all Revolution Beauty, Makeup Revolution. When it switches into the I Heart Makeup, which are more the chocolate bar ones, you'll see those, what they look like. There's a difference in them anyway, so I'm just going to tell you the name of the palette because I don't have to keep saying Makeup Revolution, Revolution Beauty. That gets redundant. Nobody wants to hear that. So I have the Emily Edit palette, the Eat, Sleep, Repeat, Iconic Pro 1. This is a dupe for the Lorac Pro 1. This is Iconic Pro 2. And again, a dupe for the Lorac, no. And again, this is a dupe for the Lorac Pro 2. The Reloaded Fundamental. The Water Signs Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, which I'm not normally drawn to astrological type of things by any means, but the colors in this were just calling my name. Oh, this one I love. The Integrity Wild Animal palette. Mermaid Hearts, or Mermaid's Heart. The SophX. Oh! Paper plastic thingy fell out. The SophX Extra Spice. The Roxi Roxsauraus. And Fortune Favors the Brave. The next bunch of palettes that I have are part of the I Heart Revolution line. They include their chocolate bar palettes and all the ones like in the more rectangular format. So this gaudy piece of work here is naked underneath. It does have like this plastic heart with this faux fur. It's just ugly, the packaging. Oh, losing a thing. But the makeup inside is nice. And I'm just pulling all of these out at random. This is the Lemon Drizzle. The Strawberry Shortcake, or no, Strawberry Cheesecake. It smells good. The Red Velvet. I have to say, I like this palette, but this color here throws me every time. Like if I'm going to do a look with it, I literally have to cover this shade because I can't handle looking at it next to that. It just drives me bonkers. I do have the Turkish Delight, which has a lot of shimmers, or not, has a lot of pressed glitters in it. And this one smells kind of soapy. It's kind of weird. I was expecting it to smell sweet, but I mean, it's not bad. It dissipates. The Chocolate Sprinkles. The Peanut Butter Cup. The Mint Chocolate. Creme Brulee. Another awful packaging in my opinion, but the Tasty Avocado. The Pink Fizz. And the last palette to show you is the Macaroons. And that concludes my palette collection. I know some people aren't huge fans of Makeup Revolution. They just find some of the stuff hit and miss, and I have found that in the past, but everything that I have here I genuinely enjoy using, and it's kept in my collection for a reason. I have decluttered quite a few things that I have gotten from this brand, and but yeah, these ones that I have specifically here are ones that I have used and I really am enjoying using, and I like having them a part of my collection. I find in general for me it takes a lot for an eyeshadow to be really bad. Like, it has to be really unworkable and really patchy and really just annoy me and make me mad, because if it is workable in any way, I like to see it as a challenge. You know, if it's matte and it's buildable, that's good. You know, if it's a shimmer, there's ways to get those to work, whether it's your finger or a sponge tip applicator or wetting your brush. Like, I don't mind trying those sorts of techniques to get things to work, and when they do work using those techniques, I'm happy to keep using them. I don't mind if a palette's a little finicky. I don't mind if there's some fallout when I'm doing my makeup, or if there's kick up in the pan and that sort of thing. If I get hard pan in the pan, that's usually pretty easy to get rid of as well. So it takes a lot for me to be mad at an eyeshadow palette, I will have to say, so take that with a grain of salt when I say I enjoy these palettes, because I genuinely do, and sometimes I see it as a challenge as how can I make this work, especially if I paid money for it. I want to make it work before I just kind of give it away or get rid of it, especially if it's not something I can return, and let's face it, I don't return anything because I'm too lazy. But that is everything for my palette collection. Let me know in the comments below if you have any favorites that you've seen here or throughout any of my videos. I will try to link any reviews that I've done on some of these palettes as well under the appropriate video that they were featured in. But yeah, and curious minds would like to know in the comments below, what do you think of all of this? You know, is this way too much for you? I mean, I know space is limited for a lot of people, so this might be too much, and I'm kind of at my max right now with space. Not too much can come in without getting rid of stuff. And I mean, I do have a huge box of decluttered, a big diaper box with eyeshadow palettes that I've decluttered, and I also have another bag full of new palettes that I haven't held on to that I need to give away or get rid of. So let me know also in the comments below if that's something you would like to see, the palettes that I've decluttered that are in that box, and the ones that I'm just not interested in keeping for various reasons. If you'd like to see that, again, let me know in the comments below and I will film that for you as well. But again, I know this is a lot, and it's a lot for a lot of people to handle, and I didn't mention this in every video, so if you stay tuned to this, you're going to hear about it. But if you see my weekly Shop My Stashes, you probably have heard it too. I do revolve through all of my palettes. I try to be quite even and fair with them because they're like little children and I need to give them love equally. So each of my palettes does have a number on the back, and I have them all listed in a notebook. Every week I go onto Random Number Generator and I pick 3 numbers, and from my palettes numbering 1 to 112 or whatever I have in my collection right now, and I pick 3 palettes every week and I use those throughout the week, and if it's something that I'm not enjoying and I don't like, I remove it from my collection at the end of the week. And I don't repeat a palette until I've gone through the whole list at least once, which means most of these palettes get used once a year, maybe twice, depending on how quickly I'm going through them. There's some weeks where I'm like, I didn't wear makeup at all, so we're just going to keep all the same palettes for the following week. And then there's other times where, you know, just new stuff is coming in and I get bogged down and I don't get to things, and yeah, it's fun for me and I enjoy it. I like collecting it as well, but each palette in itself, I know a lot of these colors are probably found in multiple palettes, especially because I know what I gravitate towards, but I like the stories in each palette. I mean, I can use an all shimmer palette and I'm fine pulling in an all matte palette. I don't mind that, but I really like when I'm looking at a palette and I can see a few different looks in one palette. Whereas I'm not getting that with every palette. Not every palette is going to tell me the same look. Even though they might have similar shades in them, they kind of have a different feel. So to some it may seem extreme and overdone. To me it's fun and it's what I do and I like it. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, go ahead and check out the other videos I did in this series. There is a part 1, 2, and 3. This is number 4. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.